What's the weather like? What clothes should I take? What about the rainy season? When packing, check on the weather forecast. Japan has some of the best forecasting and you'll likely be able to look ahead a good 10 days in advance to give you a rough idea of how to pack. December to February is cold but generally dry, so wrap up warm, especially at night. Pack as expected, but consider adding some firmer layers to your packing or purchase when you arrive. March and April mean spring and things start warming up. Layer up with a light jacket that can be put in your backpack during the day and a warmer jacket for the evening. There could be some scattered showers too. May sees an increase in potential rain, with June seeing the start of the rainy season. These months require you to think about waterproofing yourself, especially with shoes to keep your toes dry. July sees the end of the rainy season but the start of hot and humid weather, and the typhoon season with more potential storms. So during the summer you'll need to keep a close eye on the weather and plan accordingly for day trips. August continues to see hot and humid weather and its peak typhoon season and tropical storms. Tracking typhoons can help you adapt, and although these may seem scary, generally a storm may only affect a day or two of your trip, and you can plan accordingly and even change destinations to avoid the rain altogether thanks to Japan's accurate forecasting. September can still be hot and still has a risk of typhoons, but not too many. October, layer your clothes and you might see some rain this season. It's similar to spring. And November is generally a dry month and the temperature starts to drop, especially in the evening, so warmer layers and jackets should be considered. Laundry facilities. One of the things that I've learned through my decade of traveling Japan as a tourist is that Japan's hotels are uniquely equipped to be convenient. Many hotels have laundry rooms with washers and dryers. Sometimes they can even be free to use, or sometimes the washer might be free but the dryer needs to be paid for. Staying at a hotel with a laundry room opens up a new opportunity for travel. You might want to specifically search for hotels with laundry facilities for key laundry days during your trip. It's great for those staying for over 10 days, and if your hotel has a hot spring, then it's a perfect pairing: laundry and onsen. Generally, laundry rooms at hotels will include their own detergent, meaning that you won't need to bring your own. Using a translation app has helped me understand instructions many times too. On the note of using translation apps, I always say that one of my top travel tips is to have a connection to the internet during your trip for exactly that: translation, navigation, or simply sharing on social media, which is why I recommend Sakura Mobile, which I use myself. Using my affiliate link or the QR code, you'll receive a trusted product and I'll receive a small commission at no additional cost to you, helping support the channel too. You stink. In my previous packing guide, I mentioned the need to bring your own deodorant from home, and many of you replied saying that you shouldn't because Japanese people don't like strong scents. It's important to note that Japanese deodorants simply don't do a great job on non-Japanese skin. I'm not sure if it was a regional thing. Maybe in the States deodorants are stronger smelling than in Europe. I distinctively wear deodorant for BO and cologne for scent. So I did ask many of my Japanese friends, who told me it's better for someone to not stink of body odor and have a deodorant scent instead. Which is why I'll highlight this very important must-pack item once again, but amend my guidance a little bit. Yes, it is indeed best to try to find deodorants or antiperspirants that work well for you and have either natural scents or are not strongly scented, and to try to keep away from perfumes altogether. Don't pack. What? Don't pack anything? Well, it is an option, and I know of many travelers who travel to Japan with the bare minimum and purchase everything in Japan. And although yes, it can be done, I don't really encourage it, especially for first-timers. Do you really want to spend hours searching for items? This, however, is a perfect opportunity to talk about what you shouldn't pack, because I recommend you purchase in Japan. It's also a good reminder not to panic if you forget to pack something, as you're likely going to find it in one of the major cities, even in convenience stores. Stores I'd head to include Daiso and Don Quixote. They really do have everything you can imagine. So, pack less or purchase these items in Japan. Sunscreen, because Japan does great sunscreen and sometimes they are smaller and easy to carry in your bag. Cups, because they make for a great souvenir from your trip. Whoa. Umbrellas, because they are available everywhere and you can purchase them only if you need to. Thermals for the winter are easily available in stores like Uniqlo, and they're great. Yes, pack some socks, but if you are in need of some new socks, then I'd hold off and purchase them in Japan. You're going to be taking your shoes off a lot, so having nice clean socks with no holes is a must. A little bit controversial, leave your camera behind and use your phone for photos and videos. If you have a modern phone and you're not a content creator, then save space and wait. Don't pack a water bottle, as vending machines are available everywhere, and although I'm very environmentally friendly at home, I'll choose the convenience of an ice cold water from a vending machine over having to hunt for a place to refill. Japan specific items you need to pack. A portable luggage scale, because let's face it, you're going to easily be overweight by the end of the trip. Travel with an additional extendable bag for those extras that you're going to bring back, or put a smaller suitcase inside of your main one. Pack a small first aid kit, especially some headache medication and band-aids. I've had to use these many times myself. A whistle might be a strange thing to consider packing, but it could save your life if you're ever caught up in an earthquake. A coin purse, because you'll be carrying many coins. A good watertight bag should live in your backpack, because you might need to carry more trash than you might expect. An international plug adapter, unless you use 2-prong plugs like in the USA. Throw away waterproofs so you can have it in your bag, and an eye mask so that you can sleep well. A small hand towel, because some washrooms don't have dryers. A tracking device for your main bags or important items. I use AirTags for my main suitcase, and it helps me know if it's reached the country or gives me peace of mind when I'm doing luggage forwarding. Also consider, if you're traveling with a partner and have 2 suitcases, then pack half of each person's clothes in each other's suitcases. In the event one of the suitcases is lost, you'll still have some clothes in one of them. And if you decide to luggage forward from the airport to the hotel, more on that in a minute, pack a change of clothes or underwear in your hand luggage. Not only is this a good idea in case you have some kind of an accident during the flight, or if your luggage is delayed, but sometimes luggage forwarding to your hotel from the airport will arrive hours after you've checked in. And let's face it, after that long flight, you might want some fresh clothes or at least some nice underwear after your shower. Traveling with luggage. Many of you worry about luggage on packed trains, rush hour, luggage rules on the Shinkansen bullet trains, and how to forward your luggage to the next hotel. So this is what you need to know. For the Shinkansen, the bullet train, passengers are allowed 2 pieces of baggage, each up to 30 kilograms, and with total dimensions not exceeding 160 centimeters, adding the length, the depth, and the width. Oversized luggage exceeding the 160 centimeter limit, but within 250 centimeters, requires a special seat reservation, with these being found usually at the front or the back of each train carriage. Carry-on or medium-sized suitcases typically fit in the overhead racks, even if they may overhang a little bit. But caution, if they weigh too much, you should consider booking an oversized luggage seat for safety reasons. And for limited express trains, it is recommended that you reserve your seat at the front or at the back of the carriage to place your large suitcase behind or in front of your seat. When traveling in an airport train like the Narita Express, the Keisei Skyliner, or the monorail, you'll find luggage racks for your bags available, and generally there is no need to worry even during peak commuter times. Luggage during rush hour. Peak times starts at 7 AM until around 9 AM in the morning, and then again in the afternoon from around 5 PM to 7 PM, although the afternoon isn't as busy as the morning, okay? Navigating Tokyo's local trains with luggage during rush hour can be very challenging, and something I highly recommend that you avoid doing so by forwarding your luggage to your next hotel, or planning to get your train before 6:45 in the morning or after 8:45 in the morning is recommended. If traveling in airport trains, you really don't need to worry too much, and the train could start to get a little bit crowded as you get closer to the center of Tokyo, for example, on the monorail. If you do see the need to travel during peak times, it's best to keep your luggage in a small area by the doors and out of the way of others, positioning your luggage in a way that minimizes obstruction. If you need to travel during peak times, then I highly recommend forwarding your luggage to your next hotel in advance. Luggage forwarding. You can send your luggage directly to the next hotel or airport, or even from the airport to your hotel. Luggage forwarding services such as Yamato Transport will organize this for you, and usually can be done at the hotel's reception desk. this is what you need to know. Luggage forwarding prices will depend on the dimensions of your suitcase, so plan this into your travel budget. Always ask by when your luggage will arrive at your next destination, or by when you need to drop off your luggage for it to arrive at a specific time and day, and plan accordingly. The same goes when forwarding to your hotel from the airport. You might check in at 3 p.m, but the luggage might not arrive until 7 p.m, so factor this in. You can forward your luggage to your next hotel even if it's a few days in the future. This is a great way to go luggage free for a few days, which doubles up as a storage solution. You might not be able to forward or receive luggage at your Airbnb. You'll have to ask your hosts. It's always a good idea to message your hotel in advance to ask if they accept luggage forwarding. As a bonus tip, if you require luggage storage, consider staying at the same hotel later on in your trip and ask the hotel if they're happy to hold your luggage for you in advance. I've done this many times. I think I've covered some of the main points you have likely asked yourself regarding how to pack for or travel with luggage in Japan. I'd like to add that you're probably packing too much, and this is my personal golden rule. If packing for a week trip, then plan for 4 days. If traveling for 10 days, then pack for a week. And if you're going for longer, then pack for 10 days, but do laundry. Real tourists give their tips. I'm going to read through some of the tips and comments viewers have left. After all, it's always good to see what others think and learn from them too. Pack light and take comfortable clothes. Avoid commuter trains with luggage bigger than a cabin-sized cases. Yes, I agree. People tend to overpack, as I just mentioned, and yes, luggage forwarding is great for these situations. It's a packing man. My tip is to pack light, thin, layering clothes. Try to put a case within a case. You will need it, LOL, yes you will, and pack for all weathers. I was in Japan last November and it was 25 degrees or higher. I think that I could have just made a video and said, how to pack for Japan, layer it up, and that would have been enough, especially as you note the extreme temperature changes that can occur. Definitely layer it up. Bring a multiple plug. Yes, depending on how much you need to charge, this could really help you charge many things at the same time. Bring your own deodorant. Yep, people sometimes don't get this until they've experienced it for themselves. I love the point you made about bringing small gifts. I never thought of this and will definitely be doing so. Yes, indeed. Wondering what it's all about? Check out my main packing video. The link will be in the end screen or somewhere up there. If Mount Fuji is on your itinerary bucket list, bring a warm light down like jacket because it's cold at the top even in the summer. Also wear some comfortable throwaway shoes. Alright, this is great because I think it highlights something that I didn't really mention, and that is if you do have any specific activities planned, you'll need to plan accordingly too and pack accordingly too. Thanks for the tips. It's also great to have a suitcase with the 4 wheels for better control during crowded moments. I think 4-wheel suitcases are great too, but I wouldn't go all out and buy a new one just for the 4 wheels. So there you have it, a comprehensive packing for Japan guide with very important information for tourists visiting, trying to get their heads around how to travel around Japan with suitcases. As always, I look forward to hearing what you have to say, so please comment below with your own questions and tips. Please consider subscribing to help the channel grow. It really does take many hours to put these videos together. And if you want to support the channel further, become part of my Patreon crew to receive postcards and even work towards special patron merch. All links can be found on my website and in the video description too. For more casual vlogs and live streams from the streets of Japan, there's also my second channel, The Happy Gaijin. Y si hablas español, and if you're a Spanish speaker and have watched all the way to the end, I've recently started a Spanish language Instagram and YouTube account too, at Japon Tips. And a bonus challenge to anyone that's watched to the very, very end, leave a comment with a Japan flag emoji. Till next time, stay positive and be a happy gaijin. Safe travels. Bye.